What's up, my little cat travelers, and welcome back to another reading, guys. We are doing part 2 of my favorite beefcake. Alright, let's see if it's part 2 is a little bit better, guys, and then we'll do part 3 right after. Alright, forward to a next life. Utpalaka enjoys his rare trip home to purgatory. Suddenly, he sees an unfamiliar looking soul on his way to the present. I think he's cool. Huh. Glad. Alright, let me get back into character. Whew. Glad that's us over. I like purgatory as much as the next guy, but those meetings are something else. Can't believe they summon us just to listen to the higher ups ramble. It's a struggle just keeping my eyes open. Our job is to go out and rip souls, and that's it. I don't see where these endless circle comes in. You sure complains a lot for someone who doesn't come to all the meetings. The rest of us have to deal with that all the time. I envy you being able to skip out on their lectures without fears of punishment. Ha ha ha. Come on, it's not like I don't want to attend. It's just that by the time I try to go, I'm already days late. Do you honestly think such a poor excuse would work? On second thought, it must, seeing as you're never penalized. How nice it must be being one of the few Purgatorian who can reap Dragon Soul. Hold on now, Dragon Souls are incredibly rare, so I've got my own shares of problems too. Your stature seems to indicate otherwise. I take it reaping is going rather well for you? Well, work's definitely gotten easier since I went to the island, and I feel like even though there's a fewer Dragon Souls out there, the ones I do find are pretty powerful. How wonderful! How wonderful! I'm breaking my back trying to get reincarnated, and souls are practically falling before your sight. I suppose that means you'll be getting reincarnated sooner rather than later. Ha ha! I mean, you said that before. Does it really bother you that much? It's been so long since we last saw each other. I can't say for sure, but I don't recall ever speaking these words. Was it not you? I feel like it was you. It was your voice, but it was before I went to the island, when I was still traveling the world with that guy. I thought for sure it was you, Severos, but sorry it wasn't. I already told you it wasn't me. Have you no manners? In any case, are you sure it's a good idea to come to my era? Don't you have people waiting for you back in your time? Oh, you mean the one who's hunting dragons? I don't have to worry about them. They're strong. They'll be fine without me. Sometimes it's just nice breathing the airs of a different age. Yeah, I kind of forgot that, like, yeah, these guys need to reap soul to get reincarnated. I like that idea, actually. That's a lost soul. There are lots of two-legged soulness. There's a lot of two-legged soul in this area. I'm having a hard time reading it today. Jesus. I'll handle it and boost my results. Wait. What is that? It's neither human nor beast. I don't think I've seen anything like that before. Yes, neither did I. Don't tell me you're going to go after it. Neither of us can reap it. That's no reason just to let it wander around. What's going on here? It sounds like you're talking about me, but can you actually see me? Oh well, this is a pleasant surprise. Thanks for coming back. Save me the trouble of finding you. You're right, we can see you. We are Purgatorian. Purgator, what's that? To put it simply, we reincarnated souls like yours. Reincarnated? Yes, but unfortunately, you seem to be outside of our jurisdiction, so we cannot reap you now. Don't worry though, there should be a Purgatorian who can help you back in your world. But it can't be a coincidence that we ran into you here. Why don't we show you the way? And if I don't want to go? It isn't good for a soul to remain in the real world forever. We would have to take you by force. But there must be some reason you don't want to be reincarnated, right? I'm looking for someone. I didn't get a chance to see him again before I died. Ah, I see. Well, why don't we help you find him then? Wait, do you have any idea how much time this will take? Do we really need to do this? You guys are immortal. You guys have all the time in the world. It's best not to have any regrets, right? If we help you find this person, would you come to the purgatory? Yes, I will. Alright then. We'll be best searching somewhere. There's a lot of people. Maybe Unigan would be a good place to start. Can you tell us more about this guy? He says he was a merchant who deals with medicine herbs. Guess we better find ourselves a merchant then. Alright, this is intriguing. What do you think you're doing? I have work to do, and I'm sure you can handle this on your own. I haven't been to this area in a while. I need someone to show me around. Quick question for people watching. Is there any Purgatorian for the future? Because I like the idea of them being able to time travel, but is there anyone from the future specifically? I don't remember. Don't be like that. The road's better when shared after all. Hey, it's Dennis. It's Denny. I like him. I think he's cool. Yep. I don't know. I think he's cool. Like, I have nothing else to say. Like, I don't think he's anyone's favorite character. I think he looks cool. Like, a pirate theme would be kind of neat. But I think he's no one's favorite character. Unigan it is. Whose quest is this? Oh, it's Victor. Alright. Hello there. Nope. Okay. He just ignored them. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Aldo is not present in that quest, which is kind of neat. I like that. I like Aldo, but, you know, sometimes he's, him not being around is interesting. No luck at all, huh? No one seems anyone that fits the description. It's still too early to say, seeing as no one sticks around to answer our questions. They either ignore us or flee in fear. Ha! That's true. I forgot how the two of us don't look quite human. But we're getting nowhere fast here. Guess we got no choice but to give up on asking around and find him ourselves. That's inefficient, to say the least. Yeah, you've been too far, too kind with the people here. Why don't you have them to do the legwork for us? If you swing your blade around, even the one who ignore you and run away are sure to listen. That's too dangerous and far removed from the solution I was hoping for. Also, that's bullying and we don't do that. I guess the feelings you weren't human, but your way of thinking is pretty different from theirs. Maybe you haven't heard, but violence is forbidden in this country. Now that you mention it, he didn't make a display of his own power either. I suppose that's just how humans are. Is he a cat? Glad you understand. I've been curious since we met, but what exactly are you? You're neither human nor beast. You're not even a dragon, and I can't tell you aren't a dog or a cat either. What's a dog? They don't exist. That's a good question. You don't have any memories of when you were alive? No, that's not it. I just never paid much mind to what I was. Rivid. What I do know is the name Rivid, and the fact I lived for several hundred years. So your species lived for a long time. Then, you don't strike me as an elf or a dwarf, though. Fortunately, this conversation has yielded nothing news. I wonder if we'd be able to find the merchant. They say strange monsters appear in the Katic swampland. Apparently, one of these citizens are involved too. And it sounds like it's different from these dragons the other day too. We better head over. Well, I read that all wrong. Yeah. They mentioned something about a monster. If that's the case, I'd better head over too. I hate for them to get hurt, but it might be another black dragon. Are you really going out of your way to help people you don't know? Aren't you being a little too impulsive? We still have yet to find who's this soul is searching for. Besides, the knights will be there. They should be able to handle it without our help. Haha, call me selfish, but I want to do it all, and I can't turn a blind eyes on either of them. So come on, let's head over to the Kadik swampland. Why do I even bother? Alright, this quest seems a bit more interesting. I still want more Id's quest. I think Id was an amazing... Part 1 was kind of boring, but Part 2 and 3 should make a comeback. That would be a great way to like also boost older characters, but give them like one extra quest. You know. I read that little eggplant monster. I read genitalia for a second. I was like, that's weird.
Sleep well, everyone.
I found her adorable. Like, Jesus. The request asks for the Baroque guards' help in the swampland, but who's talking? Oh, it's Aldo. Hello. There's no one here. They gotta be close, though. Leave me alone. Over there. We didn't need you. We didn't need Aldo. Oh, wow. These are so freaking cool. How come we don't have a character that does that? Oh, that'd be so cool. Like, you have a character that's like this on the overworld, but like when you fight battles, like he changed to like a human form or something. That'd be so cool. Don't be afraid, human. I am not going to do anything bad. I promise. They're from the Dark Realm. I never thought I'd see one of them. Hey you! What do you think you're doing? Get away from him right now! That's gotta be the monster they're talking about. Utpalaka? What are you doing here? Well, if it's an Aldo, good timing. Lend me your hand, will you? Seems we have some uninvited guests. Is that? I asked you to not to interfere. We're in the middle of an important negotiation. Ooh. Did he just summon a monster? Let me teach you a lesson in the way of the world. One, governed entirely by power. If this power you want to see, I won't hold anything back. Bro, you're level 30, you're dead. Like, you're dead. You're dead. That's it.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Seems you were the stronger between us. Very well. I shall take my leave. He ran away. You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine. I didn't seem to have intent. I'm fine. It did seem to have an intent on harming me after all. Huh? Really? I think he was a merchant, but he keeps trying to sell me things I didn't need. It put me in a pretty tight spot. Honestly, with the way things were going, I wasn't sure if he'd resort to violence to get his way. In any case, I don't think we've ever seen anyone quite like him. Well, that's probably because he's not from this world. He isn't? I mean, no, he isn't. I don't know if you would believe me, but I was once sucked through a weird hole and ended up in another realm. I could speak to the people there, and they treated me pretty well, too. Since he was from the same place, I talked to him, thinking we could be friends, but seems I was wrong. I see. Ha! You actually believe me? My friend says I was crazy. You said you were friends with the people in the other world, right? Do you happen to meet someone named Rivid there? I did, but how did you know? Are you the one of his friend too? Well, I guess you could say that. What a wonderful coincidence, meeting someone like you out here. Rivid was kind enough to give me a bunch of rare herbs, but I was fortunate enough to make it back to this world, so I don't think I'll be seeing him again. Aww. Is this the man you were searching for? Is there anything you wish to say to him? No, it's been ages since we last saw each other, and he already said more than enough. I'm just glad he remembered my names. Then our business here is done. Sorry, Aldo. I got some things to take care of. Would you mind looking after the merchant? Yeah, sure things. I'll make sure he gets to a safe place. I appreciate it. If you have time later, I'd like to hear more about Rivid. Aw. Now, let's get to Purgatory. We'll fulfill our half of our promise. So I trust you got no issue with that. No, I will pull my half too. For a moment there, I made a weird connection. For a weird moment there, and I made a weird connection. I thought that the guy was for a moment there, I thought the guy was Kuchinawa. Or like Kuchinawa's race. I like Kuchinawa. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Alright, Parallel in another world. No, wait. How do I get to Purgatory again? I forgot. Wait, Parallel Tumbling Arrows? No. Oh no, it's in the past. Purgatory right here. There you go. Alright. I like these sprites. They're so like creepy and like beautiful. This game has like cool ideas and cool looking like visual. We must protect it at all costs. Alright, conclusion of part 2, my friends. I certainly wasn't expecting to learn about an entirely different world. It's no wonder we couldn't figure out what you were. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone who can reap your soul, but I'm sure a leader can do something about that. I hope your soul has a safe journey into the next life. You're not going to refuse reincarnation again at this point, are you? I don't know much about reincarnation, but I'm going to become a different person than I am right now, right? I won't be Rivid anymore, will I? And the person that merchant remembers will cease to exist. You had your chance to speak to him. Are you afraid? I was born into a world where power is everything. I never thought about others as an individual, let alone getting along with them. Until I met him, that is. Even after living centuries, I only became Rivid in the moment. Ah, that explains why you were so attached to him. I know how you feel, but you already live your entire life. From now on, for better or worse, there is nothing left for Rivid. But here's what I think. Instead of looking back and clinging to a life that's already gone, it's better to face the future and the new life that is ahead of you. That's easier said than done. I live a long life, but the time I spent as Rivid was regrettably short. You know, I'm actually kind of jealous. The truth is, us Purgatorian are also souls of the dead, and I'm sure my past life wasn't as great as it could have been. You speak as though you remember it. Of course I don't, but I can't imagine we'll be living that long. We'll reap lost souls so they can be reincarnated, and then that way we get closer to reincarnation ourselves. And I want to be reincarnated someday, which is why I do what I do. I didn't know you were so passionate about it, Utpalaka. But if you were reincarnated, you would cease to be Utpalaka, would you? So why? The answer is simple, because I want to live this life to the fullest. The life of a Purgatorian might seem long, but it's actually pretty short, like a human. And if I want to experience all that has to offer, That's an interesting way of seeing things. You just lived a life that was hundreds of years long, didn't you? And during that time, you did something that someone still remembers, even though you passed on. I think that means your life was meaningful. If it was, then I think thanks to him. Then you best reincarnated, so kindness isn't in vain. If your soul remains in this world too long, you'll turn into an evil spirit that brings harms to others. You wouldn't want him to see you like that, would you? No, I wouldn't. He's the kind of person who never wants to bring harms to others, even if it means putting himself in dangers. I suppose I could try living like he did, even if it's only in my last moment. That's the spirit now. Let's get going. I was not expecting kind of like a very themed quest. But it's pretty cool. Well, I think we'll be able to get reincarnated now. You really are a fickle creature, Utpalaka. We waited a whole day trying to help that one single soul. Ha! It's not a waste if we manage to save someone. Besides, what's one day? You have no sense of 4 times, do you? In any case, isn't it high time for you to get back to where you belong? One day by human standard can be quite long to be kept waiting, you know. Ha! Good point. I might get used to this body, but time is another thing. Guess I'll head back before I get a scolding. See ya. Before I get a scolding, huh? He'd be lucky if that's all he gets after his absence. Seems like they're getting tortured. Poor them. Woo! Part 2 of Utpalaka's character quest, guys. It's pretty good. He's growing on me. I kind of felt bad, like I didn't, I didn't do it when it got released. Ooh, it's Ilu. I like her too. Yeah, it's good. Like, it's not the most mind breaking. It still feels very like kind of like under they did old school, like very small landscapes, which I like. Ooh, I forgot a chest here. All right. Oh, cool. Bones. Alright guys, that being said, once again, if you like what I do, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, guys, and leave a comment down below on how you thought of that quest, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.